I think the clap might have been too early, so hello my sexy muffins and welcome back to another video. In this video we are doing researcher with SCP-049. So, disclaimer, SCP-049, or Doctor as I will be calling him, referred to this, maybe, is not Yandere canon, and this is just for fun and not to be taken seriously. Simping for fictional characters is fine as long as you separate fiction from reality and do not be illegal or gross about it. Yanderes are not ideal partners to have in real life, and neither are SCPs if our SCPs are real or anything like SCPs are real. So let's do this. Dr. Him had died. He was killed by, or cured by, SCP-049 because he had the pestilence. You were his new doctor and researcher. They were thinking a woman's touch would be more effective at this. Well, just scratch that. I'm going to start over because I hope I can edit that out, actually. So, let's do this. You are his new doctor, and they were hoping that your touch, not a woman's touch, but your touch, would be more effective with him, with SCP-049, in that they would be able to get him to... Okay, I don't know if you guys could hear that, but my dog snores like a man. For real. If I ever get a microphone near her when she's sleeping, but she literally snores like, she just snores so loudly and madly. I was like, sir, I am trying to record a video. Anyways, let's get to it, Miss Snoring Butt. You're lucky you get to sleep. Anyways. She did it again! Sir! Ma'am! Anyways, that's gonna freak me out because it's so quiet in my apartment. Anyways. Other than my snoring dog, let's get back to this. I'll probably edit some of this out. So, you are his new doctor, so you end up going there. They think your touch will be able to be more effective with working with SCP-049. You get there and know that your colleague, Dr. Ham, was unalived by SCP-049. You did not know how to feel about this personally and did not know how you would be any better than Dr. Ham, who was a seasoned doctor. You make it to his area for meeting SCP-049 and sit at the table as they bring him in. You watch him as his eyes land on you. He stops for a moment staring you down. You stare back, trying to not be intimidated by him. He's very tall and hefty for his size. As you stare him down, he moves and then takes a seat across from you, his eyes still locked with yours. You're a bit intimidated by this, but do not say anything. So you are my new doctor, he says, speaking in a slight British and French accent. You found it attractive, but too bad he's your SCP and that he's a murderer. Otherwise, you might be attracted to such a thing. Yes, I am. I need to know, why did you unalive Dr. Ham? You ask him, and he looks at you. I did not unalive him. I cured him of the pestilence, SCP-049 says. You sighed and pinched the bridge of your nose. This was going to get nowhere. Okay, so do you know how Dr. Ham came in contact with the pestilence? You ask him, looking him up and down. I do not. The pestilence is very tricky, and it seems to even come into the walls here at the Foundation. He says, I have much work to do. I would prefer if you got me fresh bodies, so I can test. No, you said, cutting him off, putting your hands on the table. You will not begin fresh bodies. You may not even get any animal bodies at this point. You take a breath and then calm yourself. You unalived one of my colleagues. You unalived one of the best doctors we had here. And you think we are going to reward you with bodies? You ask, looking at him, and he just simply stares at you and blinks. Well, of course, the pestilence needs to be cured. I'm the only one who can... Shut up about the pestilence, you snap, standing up. You had enough of this pestilence already, and you do not know if the Foundation was right in choosing you to be his researcher. You take a deep breath and calm down. He stares at you. He did not know why you were so agitated. You clearly were not ill, but he found your agitation to be adorable. He knew that you were stunning and that he wanted to spend more time with you. So the interview began. About the pestilence, which you seem even more agitated with, so he tried to switch the subject to other things. When did you start practicing medicine? He asks you, and you look at him. Did he just... You pause and stare at him as he stares back at you. A couple years ago. More so the research, you said to him. He nods his head. Ah, a woman of science. Sorry, brain dead. Another person of science. Not a lot of them have equal minds to mine, though. Tell me, what do you research other than other SCPs here? I research many things. You were into bioengineering at the point, and were researching chemical warfare. Of course, it wasn't what you wanted to do, but the job did pay well. Ah, I see, he says as you explained it to him. Very interesting subject matter, that is. He was speaking so calmly it made you a little bit uneasy. The more he talked to you, the more he fell in love. He began to ask more personal questions. Tell me, do you have a partner, or are you married to your work? You stop, a bit unnerved by him asking such a personal question. I do not have a partner, you tell him. It was a lie, but you did not want your partner to get involved with SCP-049. He worked here at the Foundation as a security guard. SCP-049 could tell that you were lying, but he did not say anything. But he did feel a bitter jealousy at the person that could be with you. Who were they? What were they? And how did they be anywhere near reasonable? Sorry, my brain's not working with my tongue. How were they anywhere worthy of being with you? I see, he says, calmly, watching you with dangerous eyes. The interview continues, and you guys continue to talk. The questions became more and more personal. Have you been intimate with your partner? He asked you, and you made a face. How? So he knew that you lied. Okay. But he shouldn't be asking you about such an intimate act. You decide to double down on the lie and say that you have not been intimate with anyone. So you are a virgin? He asks, seeming to like that idea. You looked away. You didn't want to admit that you were a virgin, but you implied it, so now you are trapped with that. This is not what we are talking about, you tell him. We are here to discuss the pestilence and figure out what makes you tick, you snap. He just nodded his head and continued the conversation as normal. But now he knew he wanted to be your one and only. He wanted to be your first and your only. To be the only man to ever be inside you. May it be whatever hold. He did not care for what your gender was or what you identify as. He would love you regardless because you were his and he was going to have you. Of course he would have to figure out who the person you are with is. Then he would get rid of them. A nice case of the pestilence will take care of him. Surely it will. Anyways, Anyways, I hope that you all enjoyed that. And if you would like to see a part 2 where he unalives your partner and maybe kidnaps you, comment that below. Comment what you like to see if you want to see that. And I hope that you all enjoyed. And if you would like to see more SCP stuff, I'll probably have some at the end of the video and the suggestions and stuff for you to see. And I hope that you all enjoyed. And stay sexy, all my sexy muffins. Bye bye!